Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay, so it seems like game audio is fine. Or mic audio is fine, rather. Apologies for that, I'm just messing up with a few things while the game loads. Okay, so the last time we left off a few hours ago was I just come back to the lobby level, dropped off a lot of loot down in my office, and I was planning to go into the hardware section. So here I am, just inside the communication center, and that beyond the door should be the entrance to the hardware section. But the reason I saved within the communication center rather than outside is because there's radioactivity. That usually signals cystoids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go there and do that. Hopefully that will lure them away. Oh, there's still a few. Oh, that was close. Yeah, so as long as you throw something which is moving, they'll go chase after it. And that should be it, I think. Yes. So I'll just keep this here just in case. Maybe next time I'll have to come around this way. But yeah, in case you haven't seen it, that's a solution on how to deal with cystoids, particularly in space. Just throw something which moves, because anything in space retains momentum, so you don't need to worry about things like objects slowing down. They just continue going generally. Although what I kind of failed at was that they had objects slow down quite a lot in space. So the bulkier the object, the more it slows down, which is absolutely not the case in true space. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat there. Which is absolutely not the case in real space. How heavy, how massive something is. So whether you throw something like, say, one of these things, or you throw a small chair, doesn't really matter in space. As long whatever velocity you give it, that's what it keeps. But anyway, physics lesson aside, let's get into the hardware section. So the reason we're trying to go here is because we finally got access to the hardware, the black labs within the hardware section, and I think it was the beams section. That's the final part of these labs which you haven't cleared. Everything else we've pretty much done. So ballistics, beams, all the space sections, we've done everything, so we shouldn't have to come back here at all. Unless we want to, of course, because there's usually operators here that we can use. The game just is taking its time to load. Here we are. There might be enemies here, so I'm just going to kind of check things out first. Let's see. And the game is just loading up the last textures. Oh, here we are. There's a little phantom there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna show him why he shouldn't have been on the station. This is not the place for him. Come on, swing, please. Sometimes the range just won't swing. You saw that several times there. I'm trying to swing, and it just won't do it. It just doesn't happen offline. I'm positively sure that it's something related to the stream. Although, why should that be the case? It just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, what that guy being here tells us is that the enemies have respawned. And if I look here, I might see more mimics. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. A lot of times if you set up a turret, yeah, right, we just heard that right there. If you set up a turret here, it ends up being clobbered but every time you come back. So let's see. This is the other way to get in there. This is a quick way to get upstairs if you don't want to bother with the phantom is here, isn't it? Right. If you don't want to bother with things like keycards and whatnot, this is the easy way. Okay, that's a better thing. Oh, cystoid's there too. Right. So if we come into this room as well, I don't think there should be anything in there because I've locked everything before I left. But sometimes it just happens. So yeah, the game just spawns things where it probably shouldn't. There should be a couple of there's operators down there as well. And the way to deal with the operators is sneak. What happened there? Sneak attack them with a disruptor. Oh crap! That was the sound. That was the sound. Okay. So there, I was missing quite a bit there too. So what this should mean is that there's only one operator down below that we need to worry about. Possibly a second phantom. But we should be easily able to get the drop on this guy. Wait, he's come upstairs, has he? Oh, he has too. We have sufficient range to get him from here. So it's all good. Now medical operator should be fine there. I can always go there and get healed up. Right, so let's see. What the? Why? Oh, that's a Weaver. Shit. I'm going to beam him before he does anything. Right, it's important to beam the Weavers as soon as possible. If you get too close, what happens is that I need to find some loot that I can throw here. If you get too close, then they'll spawn cystoids, which is entirely undesirable. There might be more cystoids here. I think I just got hit by something. Yeah. Maybe the fire below. Yeah. Let me just briefly double check whether all the enemies are done. And drop down and oh wait. Ooh, cystoids. Okay, there you go. Just a final remnant there. But I want to clear this guy's little flames in the. So that's that. Oh, more cystoids. Okay, that should be the last ones, I think. Just having a little trouble getting up there. Alright, so next thing is to get into the beam lab. Oh crap. That's cystoids. Those are cystoids. Sorry, just need to briefly check down here. Are there any further cystoids? Because what was happening there, I was getting irradiated. That's always a warning that the cystoid nest or individual cystoids are around. But they're probably inside there. They're actually probably inside there. I need to find something I can throw. And that should be it, I think. Oh no, they're still there. So I need to pick up to find something else I can throw. You'll do. That should take care of the final guys. So they'll go off there. Oh, really? Really? Alright. I should have thrown it at them directly.
Hello. Nice to...
Ooh. That was a bit risky on my part. Okay, so let's see. That should be it. We've been out there. This is a beam and wave lab. Oh crap. Yep, more cystoids. Let's see. Maybe the chair will be better. Get the other container ready. Well, there you go. The chair got all of them. Okay, so that should lead us here. What we got out of finding John Dalton is a keycard for this section. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think there's a chipset in there as well. So it's not massive, but there is I believe there is a chipset. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure why I can't pick this up. It's not a mimic. And there's a phantom in there. I think that's Lawrence, the director of this section. He locked himself in here. And he's a director no more. There you go, cube. Yeah, that's the earliest way to get the cube beam fabrication. Keeping the fabrication plan for the ammunition. But yeah, what the? I just picked it up. Not sure what happened there. Right, so this, right. Okay, so I think I understand what the thing is. So those things are military operators. They're disguised as civilian things. So we'll come and meet them later on. So what they're doing is research into military things. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So it's more of a bit of foreshadowing than anything else, to be honest. We don't have to fight them right now, but yeah, you can kind of see that they come with Q beams, and we'll face them later on. Right, so here we are. So that's the NC and 9 black box military operators. So they're going to attach Q beams onto just normal operators. Actually, I just want to quickly check. Did it tell us anything about their weaknesses? Optimized migrated. Already sent Earth side. Testing has proceeded. Yeah, okay. Live type. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any weaknesses that we know of. And the thing is, once we get to that point, they're well nigh indestructible. And they automatically reproduce themselves for the longest time, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, so it's more of a bit of a foreshadowing than anything else. It tells us what kind of enemies we can expect later on. Although the first time you play it, it wouldn't be something you can recognize. Still have to play the entire game that it makes more sense. Okay, so that's that. So we have all the equipment we need now, I think. we've cleared this section. I'm just gonna go into the medical section and get myself healed up, and pop over into
Diagnosing. Bruising, abrasions, fatigue. Nothing like
the
present.
mechanical labs
Please,
and get
hold
myself
still.
also
This will only take a
fixed up.
moment. There. All better.
Just making sure that there's no mimics here. The problem is that they occasionally just respawn. I can hear an engineering operator down there. Enemies? Enemies? Other. Oh, something's there. Oh, that's an Derek Phantom. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and get the drop on him. Oh, he didn't.
Operator approach.
I missed. Stay kind of out of range,
Suit integrity
but I'll take it.
damaged.
Is that it? Was that all of you? Okay, come and fix me, please.
Inspecting. Your suit integrity is compromised. We'll fix that immediately.
Right, so I think. Oh, wait. Where is the loot? I didn't pick that up. I can't believe that. Where's the cops go? That is. Oh, here we are. So, no big deal. I mean. Just come here. Let me just double check that there's nothing here. Sometimes I've left things in there. Just have me come back for it. Yeah, and that's it. We should be fully done. Alright, so let's go get our health restocked, and then we'll get out into the final sections, more towards what do you call it, the lower sections rather.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing.
While we're doing that, just want to check the objectives. So it's the one to kill the cook. He should be in the life support section. We need to go to deep storage, which is by the Arboretum. Smuggling ring. Oh crap! No, I need to go through the lobby again, so that I can pick up 2 of them there. And the treasure hunt. That requires me to go down to life support. That's fine.
Superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit can handle. I'll have you
That's
feeling
fine.
better
We'll just
soon.
go over
There.
into the
All better.
lobby.
Please fill out a patient experience
And-
questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
We get ourselves our goodies. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Here we are. Just quickly pop over there. So some people have complained that this game has a lot of running back and forth. And it is true. I mean, there are things that are actually interconnected. So, for example, just now we just had to come back to the hardware labs. And the only way we could get into the last section was by something we found in the guts. Which, in this case, the guts all the way up in near the Arboretum. So, there is an argument for that, but at the same time, there's no reason why it shouldn't be that way. Because if you think about it, it's an enclosed single station. So I think it makes sense. It's just that people aren't they're more accustomed to a more linear kind of a game experience. So once you leave a section, you're kind of done with it, and there's no reason to go back. I don't think that makes sense in a space station, but at the same time, I can see the argument. It might have been better if they clustered the missions and objectives in a way that I thought I saw an operator there. Yeah, in a way that minimized that. But there are a lot of missions that actually do kind of ask you to go running around. So jumping from any height is fine. You just need to drop down into just fire off the jets for a little bit. Okay, I thought I saw a phantom there. Okay, so the next one is here. There you go. So just a couple of things there. No big deal. So smuggling ring missions aren't, strictly speaking, necessary. They're a nice little bonus, but that's about it. And here we are. Like you see, yeah, typically they contain at least one neuro mod and just miscellaneous goodies. Oh, I picked up a lot of loot, didn't I? Yeah. I keep saying that inventory management is the real issue here. And it is. It really is. Look at that. Typhoon organ 92. It's a lot I'm carrying. So I'm just going to pop over into our office. And then we'll quickly hop over into... excuse me, I just had to clear my throat. We'll just have to pop over into the other back into the upper sections in deep storage. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. So it kind of feels like the camera is getting into your body. There was a lot of red there, and I think that corresponds to the color of the uniform here. Right, so we have a problem. We can't put everything there. One of these two will have to stay. So you can go there, and you can come here. The remainder will just drop off into a food stash. So it's another thing that's not really necessary, but I like to hoard up food because I know that later on we'll be meeting people in the crew core, in the cargo sector. We actually spoke to them in this run, actually. So we know there's people in there that are closed in with the mimics all around, or phantoms all around, and we know that they'll come in there. We can kind of surmise. In my case, I know, but we can kind of surmise that they'll be short on food. So I'll be hoarding food for a little while, which I really should be recycling, but I'm just going to give it to them as a role-playing thing. Not important really, and again, the game doesn't measure in any way, but it's just something interesting. I think that it's one of the things that you can do in order to make the game feel more realistic. So it's what I like to call role playing, in the sense that the game isn't asking you to make a decision, but you can still do things of your own volition. What? Why didn't you go in? Yeah, the animations are get a little funky for some reason. And there'll be a time when the lifts screw up. I think it's now. You can see that the power's gone off. There'll be a phantom that pops up. Yeah. Which is now. It didn't work last time. It doesn't work this time. And I made sure to loot it quickly because the corpse disappears. So yeah, that's a bit of a jump scare. It didn't even work the first time I was playing the game. So it's not a very good one. It's just an annoying thing. Exactly the same as I did exactly the same as I did. I did exactly the same thing as I did just then. Yeah, I thought I saw something here now, which gave me pause. Okay, so we're back at the Arboretum, which should lead us into deep storage. Now, things begin to happen as soon as you get into deep storage. So I'm debating right now whether I should go into the other sections, like the bridge. What else is there? The bridge? Yeah, the bridge is the only thing we haven't explored just yet. We probably should, because actually, if you've got an opinion, let me know. Do you want to go into bridge or do you want to go into deep storage? Just a quick comment. Why or no? Y or N for yes or no. And if it's a yes, then I'll go into the bridge. If no, then I won't. Supposedly streams are supposed to be interactive and whatnot to keep them entertaining. And I'm not doing a very good job. I understand that. Come on, don't go out there. Don't you know how dangerous things are out here? See here, see here. It's kind of dangerous, you know. See here, you can see that. Just look down a little bit. Anyway, either way we need to get up there. Yeah, and there's the remnants of the nightmare. I should be going this way actually. Just quickly scan. There's the second nightmare. And that is a problem, yes. Okay, so the way to get around it without repairing it is just to go here. And just edge it. Go right through the edge behind the door. Behind the tree rather. That should be just outside range. Although sometimes we get hit, but bloody. I wasn't paying attention. And you paid the price for it.
Moving.
Where is
Inspecting.
I go down and get myself healed up later on. No big deal so far. So let's see, let's drop down here. This will lead us into the bridge. The reason I was hesitating is because there is something that happens when you get into the bridge. And I still wonder if there's a difference. And I'll briefly show it, but I do wonder if it's more beneficial to come back here later on once you have more knowledge of what's taking place. Although having said that, I know the details of the decision that you're given, and I know that there really isn't anything that really makes it a black or white decision. It's still grey either way. Yeah, so yeah, it's basically they ask you whether you want to detonate a shuttle. Excuse me. So there's a shuttle that's left here within left the station and is headed to Earth, and you have an option. Do you self-destruct it? And the thing is, we know that the infestation is longer, predates or precedes. You sneaking so-and-so. Precedes.
Good evening, Talos.
The actual the
Registration
formal
for the Talos Employees Talent Show is now open.
Something else.
See Galen in the crew quarters front desk to reserve a slot.
Up. Oh, twice. 3 times. Wow. I am hopeless. I am hopeless. Got hit 3 times with the same thing. So anyway, we know that the shuttle left after the actual infestation had happened. It just wasn't known to the people at the time. So there's a question of whether. What is this? Why? Okay, fine. This guy must have shot this thing. So the shuttle left after the typhoon had broken out. They just didn't know what it was, what had happened. So there's every chance that there's typhoon inside the shuttle. Let's go down into escape pods. I don't think we've seen them in this stream. I think there might be something in here. There usually is. Or maybe there isn't. Wonders never cease. Okay, I'm guessing there isn't anything down here. But you can see the escape pods. They're all unused. There's 6. Every set of escape pods is 6. If you actually try this, it won't work. There's only one escape pod which is actually functional. It seems to be part of deliberate design.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
And the thing is, none of them work. None of them work. So that's kind of a deliberate design on the part of the people who made this. They didn't want anybody to escape. I think they might have realized that the only reason to escape is actually a typhoon escape. Wait. You... Actually, let's see.
Morgan, you... We are over now.
Oh, you sneaky little bugger. Did you really suicide yourself? I wanted to talk to you. Why did you recycle yourself, you Oh, bloody hell. I think he took a death blow from somebody and then he just installed the recycler. I want to try this. What happens if you actually get to the recycling charge?
Morgan, you... This pod will work, but I do not know how to launch it.
Rubbish. I didn't pay attention to it, but it's there. Okay, so let's see.
We are over now.
Oh, okay. He kind of dies by himself. Alright, fine. Fine, I get it. Okay, I get it. You know what? I think it's fitting that we recycle him anyway. RIP, pal, RIP. RIP. So he gave me a recycling charge, and I took one away. Well, the fat man giveth, and the fat man taketh away. So that's what the point was. What the hell is this? What? There's a floating recycling charge or something. This game is just going nuts on me. Alright, I'll chalk it down to a glitch. And I'm sure that there'll be mimics in here. No? No? False sense of security, I'm sure. Right, so this guy is trying to get out there. The thing is, what killed the cook? What killed him? A pistol critical? I think we already have that. Oh, wait. Because it's randomized, I think it's just giving me the same thing twice. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's a shame. I would have preferred a shotgun critical, which is what I got last time. Not necessarily right here, but when I got the critical ones, it was that I got all three for the wrench, the pistol, and the shotgun. And that would have been much better because the shotgun is one of those weapons that you use during key moments, particularly against nightmares. And getting an improved critical chance is actually quite useful as far as saving ammunition. It's also worth coming down here. There's a lot of cases where there's loot just hanging about. You can just quickly climb back up there. So that's that. I guess that's... yeah, there's nothing else to be done. Can I get up there, or is there any point? No, that's fine. There's nothing else to be done up there. Okay, so let's jump in there. And let's go check out the bridge. The bridge itself is quite the sight, actually. As you might expect. It's where all the highest ranking officers would be. And yeah. It's got a constant projection of the entire station. And it's got a A voltaic guy. Okay. Oh no, don't come closer. You know how we deal with the likes of you. That's fine. We didn't quite catch him we didn't catch him with surprise, but heavy gear optimizer, I think I already have that. I'm sure I already have that. We do, yeah. So that's redundant. It's a shame that it gives you redundant chipsets. And there's a lot of mimics here. There's a reason why the captain was asking for her golden gun. Where are you? Okay. Unable to locate you. Okay, so there's a couple... I'm not sure if there's any meaning. I heard there was an accident down in cargo bay. Okay. Okay, so the accident down in cargo bay may have happened beforehand. Okay, so, and the people at the bridge were holding a co-worker birthday party. In here, I think, and I can see a little voltaic phantom. Is there another way to get in here? I think there must be. Maybe smash the window in there. But before I do that, I want to check out the rest of the bridge. And just in case you didn't have any, there's an EMP charge there. Yes, and that's always useful. So level 2, that's the captain's loft. And down here, okay. So it's not a very complicated environment. Matt Catherine.
Dear future us, today, future us, we are not calling ourselves that. Today, I was able to convince my beautiful but stubborn partner to stay in bed and not report for an extra shift. And this is the reward I get.
So it looks like we didn't hear a previous
You've
transcribe.
got me really curious.
Are you ready for your instructions, my lady?
This better not get us into trouble. Not too much trouble, anyway.
First, you must journey to the tree where we carved our initials.
And what if I bump into Julian Howard?
Run like hell. Julian the ogre does not like people touching his trees or his fruit.
Probably be a lot less grumpy.
Anyway, beneath a stone you will find a magical key card. This key card will unlock everything your heart desires.
Oh, well, I don't need a key for that.
And don't worry about work. Michaela said you could take an extra shift since it's your birthday.
Yeah. So we found the lady near the rocks that they're referring to, and the guy was the guy inside the supply closet just before the crew quarters entrance. So we know.
Abigail, I'm recording this time. You too, Emma.
It's fine. Danielle's joining us. She'll cover us if we get into trouble. She said yes?
We negotiated. I had to say yes to some things too.
So it looks like there's a lot of things that we haven't heard.
Alex! Damn it. Hold on. I'm encrypting the rest of this.
Yes, and that's the Breeze is he's a psychologist at the station, and we found his corpse right in the Arboretum elevator lobby. That's why we killed the telepath.
Good evening, Talos. Mr. Tucker from HR would like to remind you that if your personal data has changed since the previous pay cycle, please contact him immediately. Mr. Tucker's office...
What do you have for me, Catherine?
Chief, yeah, so I checked that flight plan for the volunteer shuttle like you requested. You're right, it went dark for 12 minutes before it resumed a path towards Earth, but at a slightly different trajectory than before. It's almost unnoticeable, like it left from a different part of the station or changed its flight pattern around Talos.
12 minutes? What about the other shuttles?
It's only the volunteer shuttles, but it's all of them. They go dark 8 to 10 minutes after leaving the station, then suddenly reappear. The VIP shuttles don't show the same irregularity.
Got it. Don't talk to anyone about this.
About what, Chief?
Exactly. Good work, Matt. Elazar out.
So what's happening there is that a lot of the shuttles between here and Earth, they're actually ending up at what seems to be a secondary station. One that nobody here seems to know about. And it's only for the volunteers, or the quote-unquote the people being volunteered. So there's something happening. And that should be the last one. Let's listen to that.
I got an SOS from a Kirk Remmer. I was gonna route him to security, but we got cut off. He said he was at the escape pods in life support.
So call Chief Show up in deep storage. I'm not a network engineer.
You're his supervisor?
Lady, do you people even know what is happening down here? One of my cargo bases blown wide open, and I've got multiple MIAs. Please tell me there's a medical team on the way.
I'm sorry, I don't know, but I can relay your message to Dr. DeVries and...
Christ, I've gotta go.
So the cargo bay explosion happened before. That's probably where a lot of the rumbling things happen. So you can change the cameras. So let's see, forward or reverse. And now it's going backwards. Or you can pause it and just get a different R&D level, executive, which is also being shown before, and the engineering level. So you can take a look at the various parts of the station if you want. I think it's good for seeing the hull breaches and things like that, but yeah, I know what you can usually just find them via. What am I listening to? Why did I hear an operator? Okay, so what is this? If you smoke, so it looks like there's a couple of people coming in. Sorry, I just gotta go silent for. Okay, testing. Okay, should be back. So there's an engineering operator here somewhere. And the keycard that we've just picked up leads us to here. Although you can just smash the window and get in there. So let's see. You can also smash this. There's...
Coming through.
Yes, so you can hear the engineer operator. It's behind. You can access that via here. So if you look down, there's a maintenance shaft, and you can access it from around here, I think, or not too far away, or maybe perhaps here. There is a way to access it. Could be through the briefing room, or maybe here. Or if you're impatient, you can just smash your way in. It's always possible. But we have a little voltaic to deal with. I want to wait until it's a little bit far away. I think that's sufficiently far for our purposes. Okay. So all that should be left is some mimics, if there are any. And there's a lot of food to be had here, actually. Medikit, I think we already had that. Oh no. it seems that I might be out of room already. You can go. And this bridge safe. Just double check there's no mimics. Alright, okay, so that leads into the maintenance area. The backstage we're talking about. Why am I cancelling out of this? Oh crap, this is really hard. This is it, okay. Whew, that was tense. Okay, so let's see. There's a weapon upgrade kit, this one. Drop this off for a little while and get this. And use it immediately. So who needs it? Okay, so I've got damage. So maybe the glue gun. Okay, so it might actually be a good time to upgrade the glue gun. Just in case. I hardly ever use the glue gun anyway, but you know, just to be pedantic. It's always good to have an upgraded weapon. This food, okay. I know there's something else I should be able to drop. Oh, look at that. Suit repair kit. I'm positively running out of space. Yeah, you can go. You're just paper. Yeah, and everything else is... This one can probably go soon as well. Trucking bracelets aren't very good. Stack active charger. I think I already had this. Right. So that's redundant. Which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame, really. And we can take this instead. So the bracelets aren't actually... Oh, excuse me. A really big truck just went past our house. And a motorcycle too. I hope that wasn't too disturbing. So there's a lot of food here. If you really want to, you can actually make sure you take all of this if you want. Is there anything I can dump? There must be something. Oh, okay. What am I doing? I should be dumping you. And check the bins as well. Lemon peel. There should be a bit more food here that I didn't pick up. Sparlat cookies. Management of inventory is a real issue. I know I sound like a broken record. Whatever, that's fine, it's just food. There's nothing up there. So what they're talking about here, I think, is the two parts. Okay, I can... There's a bit of drink there, is there? Right, so there's seems to be two orbits there. So one of them goes dark, which I think is the white one. The orange path goes directly from Earth. Or maybe it's a return path. Yeah, not quite sure, but... There's specifically designed designated paths, travel paths between to and from Earth. Let's see, the gun. What should I do with the gun? I'll just dismantle it. I don't want to annoy too much with my back and forth to inventory. And here leads us to the backstage. I hate it when the station gives off creepy sounds. You shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do that.
Your suit suffered some wear and tear. I'll fix that.
Well, thank you, little buddy. So there's a lot of creepy sounds in this game. The typhons, the mimics, they all give off little chirping sounds. You can get in there as well. And there's just general environmental echoey kind of creepy sounds like that. Where does that come from? But yes, if you drop down here, you can. I think it doesn't lead anywhere so much as to a few hidden cubbies. I don't remember, but there is a bit of loot. So there, I think this leads to... I don't know what this leads to be honest. I'm a little bit mystified. No, please don't turn on the creepy music. Oh, right. This leads to here. Wherever here is. Oh, right, okay, I get it. This is the little lounge area. That's the area where you come in straight out of the elevator from the Arboretum area. Okay, this just circles around. There is a bit of loot, not an amazing amount, but the typical engineering kind of loot. And we should be able to manage it in our inventory stack. But if you don't get it, it's not a big deal. Not the end of the world. So what happened to the loot? I must have missed it. That's fine. That's fine. If you want, you can just smash your way through here. But it does affect what you can see afterwards from the cameras. So yeah, ideally, don't scare me, please.
Good evening, Talos. As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos 1. Dr. DeVries promises to make them as quick and painless as possible.
Understood. So the bridge area, this is where the captain's loft is. And this mimic. You know what? Oh. Because a stealth damage heals us, it's worth using the gun now. We've got what, 500 shots? So it's fine. Oh, well, there you go. My camera, my psychoscope failed to pick this up. Oh well, okay, fine. That's fine, I'll just accept it. Fear reactor. Excuse me, just had to cough. And the button I've got mapped to mute the microphone is the cancel button here. So that's why I just gone back in and out. Okay, fear reactor. Okay, this is useful for us. So if we kill a typhon, it will scare the nearby ones, possibly. But what can I remove? Sneak attacks. Okay. Restore small amount of psi. Okay, this is not really that useful to us. This is really useful. This is really useful. Cool down. Okay, that's kind of useful. Okay, so they're all useful. So maybe this. This is, yeah, redundant, and useless. Okay, so instead of getting a small amount of psi, which we never take anyway. I mean, we don't really use psi a lot at all. The briefing room. So that's the pilot's briefing room. So this is the log that tells us about that missing time for shuttles that have volunteer passengers. So red is transparent, no light. There's nothing. and there's a military shuttle right outside it telling people to vacate the premises. So yeah, this station isn't here by itself. It has a sister station which is completely dark. And that kind of... that's the captain. That's foreshadowing some of the things that might happen. Can I just... No, so I was asking whether I could just dismantle it right from there. Just double checking the condition. So this is the decision that we're talking about.
This is Captain Jada Marks. I'm setting down for posterity my deliberation over the fate of the shuttle Advent. I'm unable to determine with confidence if the Advent departed before being contaminated by the life forms presently overwhelming Talos 1. Best guess, based on telemetry data, Advent departed approximately 30 minutes prior to the first incident report logged by security. 30 minutes. It is within that narrow gap of uncertainty I must decide whether or not to remote detonate the shuttle and its 5 passengers. They may very well be flying a cargo hold full of mimics to an unsuspecting Earth. They may not.
Captain! We could sure as hell use that golden gun right about now!
I don't...
This is the golden gun they're talking about. It's nice, but it's not amazing. I don't think it would have saved them. So yes, what they're talking about is whether they're going to let the shuttle land. So when you come up here, it begins the countdown. So in my case, no hesitation. The shuttle has to go. The thing is, just because it left 30 minutes before the first incident report, that doesn't mean that the Typhon went running around beforehand. So it's almost guaranteed that it's there. So, well, unfortunately, it's gotta happen. We can't really run the risk. Maybe. What's that supposed to be? Okay, so that doesn't seem to work. So yes, shuttle Advent. So do we blow it up or not? You know, I think you just have to do it. Okay, so you've got the security officer reporting to the captain. So telling them that they have survivors in the cargo bay. We already know that, but it's kind of hinting that you should go down there. Which in our case we shall do shortly, after we get into deep storage. So that's...
Attitude adjustment required.
Yes, I shall adjust my attitude. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to go into deep storage now. Oh, actually, let me pop down into the medical operator down below, and also to drop off some of the loot. I apologize if this is annoying, but it's just one of those things that yeah, it's just part and parcel of games like this. I can simply ignore all the rubbish because, and strictly speaking, I know that I won't really need it too much, but I don't know. I suppose I can't really help it. Yeah, it's a bad habit. It's just a bad habit to just hoard everything. But I know there's plenty of players who don't, and that's kind of the challenge that game designers also face. So they're faced with a situation where they need to account for both people like me, who hoard everything, literally everything, and people who just don't hoard anything. So you still have to allow the people who don't hoard anything to have an interesting experience. Can I... What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put an intermediary glue here, just so I can climb this up.
Please pay attention.
Just so I can avoid getting electrocuted. And where is the medical... Oh, here we are.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Yes, you can.
My mistake.
No, not your mistake. Certainly not your mistake.
Hold on. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
Perfect service. Prompt, cheap, and good quality.
Operator approach. Operator approach.
Good evening, Talos. Dr. Hadley Dalton will deliver a supplemental seminar on neural connectomes in the lobby training center later this week. Sounds exciting. Space is limited, so reserve your seat by emailing Dr. Dalton.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Hello. Nice to see you. Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit couldn't handle. Try to relax. All done. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can...
Careful. Inspecting. Your suit suffered some wear and tear. I'll fix that. Job done. Operator approach. Moving.
Voice identification required. Please repeat the following words. Chameleon. Corkscrew. Laconic. Malicious.
Chameleon. Corkscrew. Laconic. Malicious.
Oh, I only just realized that I had the mic on mute for God knows how long. Apologize for that. Hopefully maybe the lack of commentary actually improved the stream. Who knows? But anyway, I was saying that when you get into deep storage, you'll end up in deep space anyway. Because as the Neo show did, we have to end up firing off one of the data banks into space in order to get out of this deep storage. So we end up in space anyway. That's why I didn't actually use the airlock out of the arboretum level.
Director level override. Lockdown engaged.
Sorry, Morgan, but I have to lock you in this time. When I traced your arming key, it was to keep you from making a huge mistake. It's too late to stick our heads in the sand. We're committed now. You should be safe in deep storage. When everything is ready, we'll meet in my office. I hope you believe me. I really am on your side. You're just not yourself.
What happened? Oh.
One had a subconscious. This.
Yeah, okay. There was a thermal phantom behind.
Director level override. Lockdown engaged.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to get into one of the conduits.
Sorry, Morgan, but I have to lock you in this time. When I traced your arming key, it was to keep you from making a huge mistake. It's too late to stick our heads in the sand. We're committed now. You should be safe in deep storage. When everything is ready, we'll meet in my office. I hope you believe me. I really am on your side. You're just not yourself.
Please clear aperture of debris.
So there's a nightmare in there.
Welcome to deep storage. If Talos 1 had a subconscious, this would be it. You're looking for the central repository. That's where you stash the drive that has the plan for your arming key. I'll see if I can find a way out of here in the meantime.
So that's the annoying thing about the nightmare. It just pops up in all sorts of places where you've got things like audio logs going on, conversations, and whatnot. It'd be better if it was a slowly moving enemy that... Ooh, there's a phantom there. It'd be better if it was a slowly moving enemy that you could avoid if you wanted to. I mean, by using tunnels and things like that. But it isn't. It's just an enemy that you just can't... You can't avoid. You have to fight. It forces you into combat, which I don't think is a good idea. So the concept was good. The execution not so much. Okay, so those are the little bowcaster bolts. Okay, so that's about the treasure hunt. And it looks like they're kind of talking about a co-worker behind his back. Creepy and whatnot and blah blah blah. Terrible, really. But we know there's still a phantom in there. Just because...
Every dark bit of data that moves through the station is captured here. Redundant backup servers are stored in modules that eject in the event of a catastrophic failure. The fact that they haven't yet is telling of Alex's refusal to face reality.
Let me just briefly save. I know there's a phantom there. Is that the only one? I think it might be the only one. Oh, Technopath. Which kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. The data bolts. So Technopath will be the right thing to come in, hang about here, trying to suckle the data dry and whatnot. But contrary to January's opinion, it might actually be the case that they tried to eject the data drives, but they couldn't. Because the Technopath might be interfering with the mechanism, just like it was interfering with the lifts. So we just want to get the drop on this guy. Oh, it's gone up, hasn't it? Yes, it's gone up. I kinda wanted to come down before I do anything. I wanted to wrench it to death, but it was kind of hanging out a little bit too high. Oops. I see you.
In this part of the experiment, I predict I will find you.
Oh crap. Come along. Just get out of the way before this blows itself up. And there's a mimic here. Where did you go? It only becomes dangerous when you have multiple enemies. Oh, I killed it. Maybe the explosion killed it. Yeah, it must have been the explosion. So yeah, multiple enemies that actually have a beat on you is a problem in this game. Even if you're really good, which I'm not claiming to be, by the way. So this leads down to there, to the other room where, well, by an underground method. Are you corrupted? Oh, that sounds corrupted. That sounds corrupted. Decidedly corrupted. So I'm just going to have this ready. The last thing I want to do is get creeped on by a corrupted engineering operator. Yeah. It's upstairs, but it's definitely... Yeah. Can I get up there without... If I can get...
Processors. Desynchronize the...
Excellent. And it was nice enough to drop down too. There you are. Okay, so I think we've cleared up almost all the enemies. There should be enemies within the... Wait, what is this? Why am I seeing... cystoids? Oh no, it's a radioactive barrel. Quite why it's there, I'm not quite sure. Why would you store something like that here? Although it's probably dropped down from above. But there is no medical facility down here, so... Just need to be careful not to become irradiated. So let's see. What about here? I think this area is kind of clean. Okay, so this is the central repository. Can't quite get access to it yet. But why is this there? And what do I get if I go down there? Probably better for me if that's not burning. Let's see. Get out of here. Oh crap. I need to go there. Why? Bloody hell. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I do need to go upstairs. I think I have the card, although strictly speaking I could just leap up there as well and climb up. But there are some things that are useful there. What's our status? 47% radiation. Okay, so I can just look around and do other things before I go upstairs. Like here. Although I should be able to use my bowcaster. The tried and true method. Is that working? Wait, you have to be within a certain distance. Okay, so if I move this here, and then I jump on top of it and duck, does that give me? No, it's too high. Alright, fine. I'm sure there's a card up there. So I guess that means I need to possibly get irradiated.
Radiation poisoning detected.
Oh, okay, bugger.
Seek medical attention.
Alright, fine, we'll take it. Oh, I'm just throwing it too far. Yeah. That's a problem with being too strong. That's just a problem with being too strong. That's fine.
Obstruction detected. Please clear
That's
aperture of debris.
All that radiation makes you do is just walk a little bit funny. And I don't think we'll be back there anytime soon. Wait. Maybe one of the computers has the code. Maybe we are expected to just climb up there. But let me try hacking. That's the benefit of playing NG+, I suppose. Okay, this could be annoying. And it is annoying. Let's get that here. F. I was pressing the wrong button. Okay. So let's get the wrench out. And check things out. It's a bit of biohazard. Biohazard is not the worst thing, it's not the best thing. But it does have a little bit of plastic. And I want the plastic. Well, quite why you be bagging biohazards in the bathroom, I don't quite know. Because biohazards are things like blood, things like possibly urine, maybe even excrement. I mean, it does make sense that you get excrement out of the bathroom, but why you bag it? I'm not quite sure. It looks like this is the guy they must have been talking about. Akande. You know what? I'm going to eat a few of those things. So you are going to get eaten. And yeah, that should give me enough room to take some water. Quite why they had a problem with the Kande. I'm not really sure. Maybe they just didn't like him. Just double check that there's no mimics. Ivy's song, who's... I'm not quite recalling what she's meant to be. Okay, and X. She probably has... What is this? Oh, fabrication. But they're bowcaster. Ricky B. Venom was snooping around my desk looking for rats again. So weird, I mean rats in space. No crime in orbit? Really? Yeah, so they don't like him. I'm not sure who he is. Or if it's just some generic gossip that we're looking at. But yeah. There's a lot. This, you can use explosives to dislodge, although in our case, we don't need to. Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, cystoid nest. Oh, bloody. Oh, weavers. There's a weaver down there. Okay, fine. Let's play. Weavers aren't necessarily toughest, but they do drop cystoids. Oh, what the? Right, so that's electrical thing. Keep to the wall. Keep to the wall. Plasma, okay. So what does the plasma give me? 0.9? You know what? I could use some food. So you are going to get eaten. Is there anything that I need to do beyond here? Cystoid, okay. Is there something I can throw? Go fetch. Oh, come on, really? Why didn't you? Well, it's a nest there, okay. Something relatively heavy, but also relatively slow. That should. That was not what I wanted to happen. We don't want fires in data room. Okay. Crap, there's something behind me. Did it explode? Or what? Not quite sure what's going on here, but... Anyway, what we're looking at there is one of the data bolts. That Danielle used it to get out of here. I need to drop a few things. But what I can do is dismantle you. That should allow us to pick up these things once again. Oh, spare parts. Spare parts, okay. Where's all this loot coming from? Okay, so you? What about this? No, everybody else is fine. Okay, this is becoming a real problem. I've got way too many repair kits. Oh, what the... Somehow, I ended up holding plants up there. So that gives me an opportunity to do that. 24.24. I could simply drop this, but I can't use evidence, so I really shouldn't. I could drop this foam bolt, or I could repair something else, but there is nothing else to repair. I'll drop the tomatoes. Pick up the fried hard drive. Oh well, I might come back for it later. Oh, so this guy is kinda the creepy guy. So he had a shotgun and he died in I suppose he died in the line of duty. And he's a security guy. Oh, okay, right. Right, he's a security guy. So he was here to keep an eye on things and people just didn't like it. Why is there a warning sign? Oh, that's a barrel. I know what it is. It's a barrel that the radioactive barrel that I threw. Cystoids. Oh no, that's a barrel there too. You know what? I don't really care. You can go over there. You and your radioactivity can go over there. And as for you, I prefer not to have a fire hazard in the data storage. It's just not a good idea. I think I'll have to... I'll have to come back for you. I know I have to come this way anyway, so I'll just have to remember to clear out some inventory space. Oh, why did I climb? Right, so you had a little cystoid hiding in the corner, setting up a little trap for the people. Maybe I should have checked out the corner. I'm sure I did, but basically what's happened is that one data store has been blown off. The other one is still there, but that's where we need to go. Not yet, but eventually. Ooh. So I'm not going to jump up there just yet. I don't think there's anything up there. There is one. You can use that little conduit there to get into this room. So if you can't use explosives and then this thing is too heavy to pick up, you climb up there and then go through here. That will bring you in. I don't think there's any valuables up there. It's a bit of an electrical hazard. This here is the room that we need to get into. I don't think there's any way to get in there other than... Can you climb, I wonder? Yeah, I think you can climb. I think you can climb. Yeah, there's an opening there. So if you get up there, it just takes a bit of effort to get up all the way up there though. In our case, so Danielle was the chief officer. Okay. There is a thermal phantom and there's a mimic in there. Yes, I too used to wish that we went alone in the universe and then you guys turned up. Although I have no recollection of it. Am I the only one not hearing any sounds? this guy ended up shooting my own turret. Where did you go? There you go, don't creep around. Is there another? Yes, there is. You can take a shot. And that healed us a fair bit as well, actually. So that's why... Well, look at that. Range critical. Which I already have. Twice over, I think. No, it's a pistol. It's a pistol critical that I've got twice over. Character sheet. So she was Melinda Shadow Corner. And we need her map, which should be around here, I believe. Cycle charge, okay, that's fine. Burnt circuit. We can't really leave things here because... Oh, that's a manufacturer. There's a recycler. Don't do that. I thought I saw something moving here. One of the recycler charges, but I kind of got distracted by other things. The security key. Right, so we can do this later. We can send a kill signal to our bracelet later, but not right now, unfortunately. Unfortunately, not right now. So what? Alright, so I need to dump some. Excuse me. I need to dump some of the less useful things here. Things like pure metal. Yeah, you'll do. You'll do. I'm trying to remember if there's a need to come back here. Or should I simply recycle these things for parts? Now the question is, where is the map? Oh, here we have treasure hunt map. Charge plans. What are the charge plans actually? Before I do that, let me just check this. Synthesis plans. Q-beams, Typhon lore. So what do they mean by charge plans? I'm really unsure there. Anyway, so here's the final treasure map that we need. There's another one, but we don't really need to worry too much about it. ELB. Alright, so we've already seen that. That's 1. The code is 1 for that one. Sensitive information regarding volunteers. Make sure it's secured. Some charges that you should transfer to storage. Okay, so that's the fabrication plan that we found. Well, I'm sure we'll end up using it in some way. Okay, so they've got an unlicensed operator in here. That will be January. That's January talking about. You're right, so they're talking about us, Morgan, building an unlicensed model. Right, so that's January. They're kind of suspicious about us. Okay, what else? Not enough space. So let me just quickly check that treasure hunt thing. Melinda map. Okay, so we need the second number. That's in life storage. We already have the last one, which is what we found in the guts section of the shuttle bay. We looked at the number and it was number 1. This one, I think it's 7. 7, I think. I recall 7 being one of these numbers. But either way, there's only 9 guesses to be done, so that's well within guessing range. Oh, coagulating gel. That's important. That is not just some random rubbish. Okay, so you can go. I don't even need you, to be honest. You're not even that important. Look at that, 79. That's a lot. That's a lot by anyone's language. Coagulating gel. Nothing else requires repairs. I could just transform this. There's a couple of things, yeah. I get the feeling we need to come back here later anyway, so... That's good, bugger it. Bugger it. It really doesn't matter, does it? I'm not sure why I'm doing this. Wait. Yeah, that's a data drive. So there's only one way to get in here. Either to hack it, which is entirely possible, or you can climb up there. I'll take the climbing way. So here, we want to get up there. How about there? Oh, come on, don't tell me it doesn't work. Don't tell me that it's in a bad position. Okay, that's fine. This is a non-hacking way to get in here. Just drop down. Worst case, just fire off the boosters. And voila! We're inside here. And hopefully some mimics. Can you put this in the safe, please? So here... Oh yes, we do need to come back here actually. We do need to. Because we'll be using this terminal to get access to some data. Right, that is true. So we'll be coming back here. As for here... I don't think you can find... Yeah, there's an alternative way. There must be. But we've got hacking 4, so I'm not quite sure where you find the number. It could be later on. In it. No, we've already been to Morgan Yu's cabin. So actually, I'll be puzzled. I'm not sure where I find the number. But either way, it's irrelevant. Right, so we got a stun gun fabrication. We just open this. We just not bother closing it. But we will be back here. Nothing else to be done, I don't think. Or is there? Oh yes. There was the little Q gun. The glue gun, rather. Really? Really? Alright, I'll drop you. Biohazard waste. That's fine. We can be back for that as well. That's not a big deal. Haven't dropped anything here, have we? So actually, I'm just going to recycle this. The reason being is that we're going to go end up in outer space anyway. Yeah, I'm being an idiot. I'm being a complete idiot right now. I should be recycling a lot, pretty much everything that I find here. Because once we eject the data drives, we'll end up picking up a fair bit of rubbish on outer space. So having the inventory space to deal with that is important. Better to recycle now for less gain than to actually than to need to drop it in outer space. Just checking again space. That's fine, that will do. So it's fairly substantial. If you look at that, it's 3 exotic and 1.4 synthetic. It's not a small amount. It's almost enough to make a neural mod. In our case, it doesn't really matter. We've got 69 that we're not even using. But yeah, the first one, you really do want to maximize that. Right, so we've been up there. Actually, there are other things you can do. Let me see if I can kind of show them off. If you need to get around the enemies, then this is one way to do it. Let's get up there. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, so gripping the glue bombs is sometimes a little bit tricky. Sometimes. Oh, come on, really? Really, don't do this to me. Okay, so let's get up on these data rails. So just double checking, but I don't think there should be too much here. But it is a way to get around. And let's see. There should be a way for me to climb up there. Oh, I just dropped down. Whoa! Come on, let me out. Sometimes it gets a little bit funky. Okay, that's more tenable. Oh. I tricked myself right there. Go along. Jump in there. Okay, that's a good landing spot. How do I get up there? I know there's a way. Maybe jump up here. Come on, really? Please let me jump on it. Why won't you let me grip? I'll use the glue gun actually. Right. So we're up here. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah. Oh, don't.
Vital signs critical.
Okay. I nearly got killed because I was an idiot. Okay, so that's one way to get into that room. So if you lack leverage or access to explosives, or even recycling charges, you can just get in there by that. That leads to the Morgan Hughes special data archive room. And that goes all the way there. I'm not sure what that is. I'm fairly sure it's not the Eye of Sauron, but you never know, right? Here, I don't think there's anything worthwhile. So it's just a way to get around. Because I think at some point, if you come back here, there's a lot of enemies. Do we have the card? Oh, that's fine. I'm not locking that. So that there is the data archives. You can see a hell of a lot of cystoids. What I'm wondering is whether I should heal. Actually, I should. It's stupid. I'm carrying what? I'm carrying the equivalent of... Each one gives you 10. So probably 100. 1,000 hit points. And I'm not even using them. I'm an idiot. Look at that. That immediately... Oh, I'm irradiated, so that forbids me from getting the well. I would call it there's a bonus that you get from eating food. The well-fed bonus? That's right. Prevents well-fed. That's right. So that would increase my my hit points by another 50 points. Just from what I ate. That's fine, I can live with that. Okay, no wave. EMP, okay. Let me just upgrade this. I always upgrade power first. It's just more useful. And you can break it down right away. And you I will take. Okay, that's always useful. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's too much of an issue. Because we should know everything already. Data bolts. Right, so those are data bolts that that leads to a separate data bolts. One of them has been ejected, the other one will be ejecting in soon enough. Just because we need to get out of this area. And Alex has kind of shut down everything. So we're there, okay. Right, and this is the formal, the repository. Get to it by dropping in here. That's fine, no big deal. We might as well check whether everybody's been taken care of. Which is the case. Let's just double check on what's his name. Tobias Frost or something. Oh right, so that wasn't him. So who could it be? The cook was using I thought Tobias Frost was the cook. But the cook... where was he? He was in... not psychometrics. The cargo bay? Yeah, this is odd. So anyway, he was... the cook who was masquerading as the person who was... the convict that was masquerading as a cook. He supposedly... according to Daniel's show, he was masquerading as somebody from Psychotronics and thought it was Tobias Frost. But you know what? Doesn't matter. What am I doing? I'm just wasting time here. Let's see. Oh. I hate it when that happens. Scripted attacks here. Games really should avoid that. Because it's a bit, frankly, a bit cheesy. Things like nightmare attacks. These mimics just popping out of nowhere. Really? Come on. It shouldn't happen like that. Either mimics were here or they were not. And the thing is, this entire section is just been shut off from the rest of the station. So where exactly did they come from? The answer is they shouldn't have. That's a problem. So that's a bit of a rant. I prefer it if there was a choice, if they actually made it dynamic. So the enemies are there, they can come in if there's access points. But I suppose, you know, it does mean more, it's easier to script. doing it dynamically actually requires more energy and more attention. So yeah, I can see why people do it, but yeah, it becomes more predictable, I guess. But I think it's just plain cheesy. What I'll do is I'll just drop this gun off upstairs in the recycler. We know we'll be back there, so it's quite bulky. So let's see. So I didn't want to drop it off because I expect that we'll have a fair bit of loot down at both in outer space as well as in the data center. That's fine, it's all loot. We'll definitely be back here anyway. Should I just jump down? Why am I not taking advantage of my flight controls? Okay, I'm just gonna drop a save. That was annoying, so I don't want to have to repeat that.
Detected.
Ooh. Can I... Actually... Let me shoot this thing. Yes, that's much better. I was going to complain that I hadn't brought anything to throw at the nest. But actually we do have some things I can use. Can I pick you up? Oh, radioactivity. Okay, this is a problem. Maybe I should bring something, but the thing is there's far too many of them, so you know what, I'll just shoot you. And they're kind of active. Oh no, they've gone into hiding. Is there a... That's fine. Is that all of them? Oh, no, that's not all of them. There's a few behind. But I can't get to you. Okay, that's... Yeah, so the ideal thing is to take care of these things at distance. You don't really want to get into a... No. I missed that. You really don't want to get into some kind of close combat with them. I've got enough bullets that it really shouldn't matter. Where are you? Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Right, so it needs to find the drive. In this case, I'm not using the quest markers, so it's a little bit more difficult. But I think I know where it is, and I think I'll have to use it because it doesn't tell you which one's which. So you have to inspect each one individually, and frankly, it's a huge pain. Okay, that's fine. That's all of them. Oh wait, there's a cystoid nest. But where? But you have to wonder why the hell there's so many explosive barrels down here. What's really meant to be a very sensitive data storage area. The thing is, drives can't really take any kind of physical damage. Even just dropping drives is really dangerous. And here they have a whole bunch of explosive canisters. For what purpose we just can't even tell. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of nests. Wait, something is radiating me. Inside there? No, that's probably just some kind of cooling tower or something like that. Although it seems to be burnt out. That's not a good sign. That's a bad sign. Yeah, look at this. I think this wall is meant to look like this wall, but it's not looking good, is it? Oh, wait. You are a weaver. Yes, you are a weaver. I know who you are. But, okay, so there's a whole bunch of cystoids down there. The best solution is always to pick up a bit of cargo and fling it at them. I think I took a bit of damage, but yes, they've all gone off towards it. Are you a cystoid nest? Yes, you are. There was more debris? It's annoying. I fling it too fast. Okay, that's fine. So we've kind of explored this entire area. Oh wait, more cystoid nests. Oh, there, I can see you now. So yeah, these cystoids are a real danger in 0G. Okay, that's fine. That should take care of all of them. Alright, so let me just check out the towers over here. I think there shouldn't be too many collectibles. Look at that, we've already used up around 60 bullets. Just on that. It's really easy to just you end up using hundreds and hundreds of bullets when you're in Weibo. What are you? Are you... No, you're a weaver. You're a weaver remnant. Okay, here we are. There's a... Oh, lost control of myself there for a second. I think that's it, so we need to go down there. Let's see. But there's a real fire hazard going on. A lot of those explosions were actually quite dangerous. Oh really? Okay, that's fine. Let me close this one off. The angle just doesn't seem to be right. I'm fairly sure... Okay, that one's fine. Why? Yeah, the angle just isn't right. So that's 1. That's 2. And that should be 3, 4. Okay, 4. Fine. There's a couple more here. That should take care of all the fire hazards. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. There's a couple more here. Hopefully it's no cystoidness. Really? Why? Okay. So what happened is that the glue that I fired off earlier is interfering with... Oh, bloody hell. Wait, did that shut off the other one? That's bizarre. That is downright bizarre. Okay, so let's see. The fire hazards are gone, but which way is up? I think that way is up. That's where the terminal is. So we just need to explore this place. And as always, 0G is extremely disorienting. I think this way is up. And the coral doesn't help. It just kills off any kind of visibility that you might have. So the question is, where are the data drives? It's a loose one, so I know it's not one of those... What about this? No? No, that's a storage cabinet or something. Oh, I went up. Instead of going down, I went up. So remember what I said about this being extremely disorienting? Yeah. So now I'm going down. And where are the data storage cabinets? So I wonder what the purpose of the weaver was, because he was obviously trying to weave something down here. And the thing is that we don't really know what the weaver is supposed to be doing in the first place. Or at least lore-wise we don't know. Later on it kind of tells us, but I won't spoil it, but oh wait. Backup drive, this must be it. Yeah, and I don't think there's any goodies. Okay, so I managed to find it without turning on the HUD elements. So that was kind of fortuitous. And that is where we should be going. One thing they've done as a concession to get to this being a game is that it's actually far easier to navigate in Micro G than it is in real life. Because in real life, doing something like this and then just immediately stopping would be just downright stupid.
Good work. I was worried the drive might have been damaged. You can use Chief Show's workstation to download the fabrication plan. Then we can reconstruct your arming key.
Okay, so strictly speaking, in a survival environment, what you should have is limited oxygen, as well as limited fuel for thrusters. So I shouldn't be doing this. Something like this, just accelerating stupidly and just slowing down, because that would just use up a lot of propellant. And it's just a stupid thing to do in space. It's much better to just go slowly. But yeah, oh crap. Please swing. There, I nearly got hit. I think I did get hit. I took some damage. I think it might have been an area effect attack. But I did take some damage. Not a huge amount. And I don't really want to eat food. So yeah, that was a bit of a cheesy scripted event. That one too. So where are all these things coming from, you know? Just like the nightmare. Just like the nightmare that we found immediately when we came in. Where would it have come from? Something that big? Really? Come on. It just doesn't make any sense. But well, you know, it's just the way the game is constructed. Not necessarily complaining about it, but it just feels like it's better if it feels more dynamic. Who approved request for shotgun rounds? Wow. Don't damage the equipment, yeah. To be honest, I don't blame him. He did his best. Oh, for crap. I hate scripted enemies. There's something here? Is there something else here? Oh, okay, that's... I got kind of worried about the whirring sound, but it's just my suit repairing me back up to 50. What should I do? I could drink, or I could use a medikit. You know what? Just use a medikit. I'm getting annoyed. And frankly, I've got 60 something medikits. I should be fine. I'll be fine. Here we are. Am I going to see enemies? Okay, so you had an auto shutdown because of an unauthorized transfer of sensitive material, which is literally the army key.
Morgan, Alex has you boxed in. Look, there's nothing I can do about the lockdown from out here, but I promised I'd help you, so listen. Deep storage was built with a series of data vault modules that can be jettisoned from the station. It's a redundant backup system. That's your way out. Look at my workstation again. I'm exposing a utility that'll open up one of the vaults. Once you're in, look for a manual release. Then your ass is space junk, like me.
So I was gonna say, one of the best things about this game is just the way it does sunlight. The sun orbits, either we orbit or the sun orbits, either way. There's relative motion between us and the sun. And the shadows are all created out of that. Oh wait, I haven't opened this up, am I? I can't believe I didn't do that. I can't believe that I forgot to loot. Unbelievable, unforgivable. Come on, get in there, get in there. Final run, okay. Is this enough time? Don't panic. Don't panic. Let's see, okay. There's enough time. Q-beam self-fabrication, okay, that's fine. Useful, but not amazing. Here, we'll just get the fun level. Again, we're not actually going to glue enemies that often. Okay, the rest I can keep. This is all rubbish, and that's fine. So even then, it's still quite a lot of loot actually. Quite a lot of loot. But as I mentioned, it's always synthetics that are in shortage. Exotics seem fine. So let's see. Utilities. Already ejected. Unlocked. Okay, that's fine. This is what we need. And I wonder if there's any other enemies that are spawned in. There shouldn't be, but the game has a way of scripting in enemies. I think we've looted everything. Data Vault B is this way. And here we are. There's a whole bunch of drives. There's a little reject button. And this is quite cheesy. That's cheesy right there. I think they're doing it so that they don't have to animate the whole process of getting the data vault into space. But really, they could have just done a cutscene or something like that.
Microgravity detected.
You're not what they say you are.
Can it hear us? Rejecting the new cell lines, biting them up like an antivirus.
I wish they didn't have scenes like that. It kind of gives the game away, and I wish they hadn't. I really wish they hadn't. The ending, well, if they wanna have a shocking ending and whatnot, which is kind of is spoiled to death, so. But I won't mention it anyway, just in case.
Morgan? Morgan! This is Chief
Get back in there.
Elazar. The airlocks on Talos are sealed, but there's an opening at the cargo bay you could use. I think you can get back inside the station here.
So we lost a few data drives. Let me just go and get them. It doesn't really matter, but you know what? We can't exactly. These things are redundant data storages, so we don't want to exactly be losing drives. Get back in there. There's another one we lost, but I can't see it. And by the way, because I'm in space, I'm just going to turn on the HUD. That kind of simulates the helmet, telling me what to do. So there's...
Morgan, I've been wondering if it might be bothering you that you planned your own death. It's a lot to swallow. My advice would be, try not to think about the end. Focus on what's in front of you, one step at a time. I'm here, if you need help.
Actually, in my case, I wouldn't be too bothered, to be honest. The thing is, the entire station is effectively compromised. I've been injecting alien material into my head. And the thing is, if we want to protect the Earth from any kind of Typhon material, killing Morgan Yu, killing the self, is almost mandatory if you think about it. Because again, we've got some kind of material in our head, so we could turn into Typhon at any time. So, strictly speaking, we should destroy ourselves along with the rest of the station. So, should it be something that should bother the player? I get the feeling that most people wouldn't be bothered. Well, at least that's the way I see it. I personally wouldn't be bothered. You know, you gotta do it. It's gotta be done. If we're destroying the entire station because we're trying to save Earth, then frankly, not killing ourselves just doesn't make any sense. Come on, really? Oh, look at that. I shot the panel and it moved. Nice. Really nice touch there. There's a bridge. There's a crew quarters. I think that should correspond. There's a couple of breaches there. So one of them corresponds to the habitation quarters being breached. The other one corresponds to what we saw, the technopath that we saw. I'm not sure. Oops. Go up to science operator. Cystoid nest, okay. Where is the science operator? Don't really have the patience to sit around and throw things at them right now. And besides, I've got a couple of hundred bullets anyway. Oh, I'm fairly sure this is where the technopath is. I'm just gonna save. Just because I don't want to do the entire sequence again. Okay, so there's cystoids. You know what? I'm already fully damaged anyway. Fully irradiated rather. So frankly, I couldn't give it a toss. There. Probably a bit excessive, but better safe than sorry. Bullets, I've got a lot of. Yeah, so this is the VIP area that was ejected into space. That was exposed to hard vacuum rather. So once we get in here, we should see. What was that? Fast scan. Okay, fast scan is useful. Because if you combine it with the this one, ESP targeting, then it allows us to hit for greater damage at further ranges. I've never seen it trigger actually, for some reason. We haven't yet seen it trigger. It's like shock shielding, cooldown. I think I want to get rid of that. And increase this. Right. So it is worth coming here, obviously. Oops. That is the wrong button. So yeah, definitely worth coming here. Just that alone is what makes it worth coming. And if we go around, there should also be... So this room corresponded to... Right. So apparently the station had dedicated rooms for board members. Okay, am I looking at... Aha. Excellent. I was guessing that there might be something in here. Just because we kind of heard it talking all the time. What about there? Okay, no, that's fine. There's a little book there. Too far, too fast. Yeah, so we're talking about the space race back in the 60s. This game does kind of tie into that. And that's it, I think. That's it. We just need to turn the corner and face the technopath. Which is a problem because it's got a couple of turrets. Might take a lot of damage. can't quite creep around the corner. Oh, cool.
Alien threat detected.
What? Really? Alright. Come on. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that was a bit nasty, but could have been worse actually. Could have been far worse. Because it had a couple of turrets in tow. The thing is, those turrets are not stunned when the technopath is. I was kind of lucky that I was able to hit them separately. So that's fine. Actually, it only had one turret. That's interesting. Right, so I hit it initially when I turned the corner, and I think I was, I think that stunned it. Although why it didn't shoot at me, I'm not sure. I think I might have destroyed it before I got a chance to do that. William Cathy Yu, okay. So this is the Yu's parents. Both Alex and Morgan's parents. They have a dedicated room, it seems. I think it's just general loot here. Yeah. So far nothing. Frankly, I don't remember which room had which loot. Just because. There's just so much loot going around. But as long as I'm not forgetting anything, it should be fine. As long as I'm being thorough in my looting, we should eventually be able to pick up everything that we need. And very few things are so critical that you can't do without. Even things like the unique chipsets. They're alright to have, but they're not necessary. Hello, there's a bit of loot here. Green tea, veggie blend. Not a huge amount, so doesn't look like there was any guests here at the time. Q-beam fabrication plan, self-fabrication plan. That's always useful. And let's see, baseball glove. Yeah, so there's just a lot of random loot, a lot of generic loot, but it's all worth checking out because you can always recycle it into materials. But that corner is done. The next stop is the habitation chambers, the ones that were exposed to hard vacuum. You do have to wonder how this breach happened though, because this is meant to be a self-repairing window, so something massive must have blasted it out. Or maybe it was blasted in by the technopath. Either way. So yeah, similarly... Wait, what? What am I looking at? Junk. Okay, fine. So similarly to the inside of the station, if you go on the outside, you also get to experience the light and darkness of the sun moving about relative to the station. So you can see a massive something hit it, maybe a meteor or something like that. Something massive scratched a dent there. Nothing leaking, but yeah, definitely not good. Definitely not good. Right, that's the panel. Need to get around that. Hopefully there's no cystoids, although I expect that there would be. Maybe there aren't any. Maybe there just aren't any. But yeah, when it's dark, it's actually quite... There's a significant risk of running into things in the darkness. Oh, hello. And I'm not really hitting them right now. Okay, there you go. So the thing is that they explode when they die. They explode. And what happens is because they kind of congregate together. If you can manage to hit one, that usually means that the other ones take damage just by default, just by virtue of being around the one that died. So that's one way to get. Here we are. There's a habitation pod. Probably has nothing in it. So who? Alice Aiken? No, it has nothing in it, but you can see how it's been blown out of the room. It's a small little touch. Doesn't make any difference. There's nothing you can do with it, but excuse me. It does kind of. Oh crap. Any more? There is a bit of like. Oh, here we are. There's another corrupt one. Are you around? There's a. It's probably a science operator. It's gone rogue. Okay. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, now he's dead. So I didn't get a surprise attack there. There's something I missed. There's a bit of floating loot there. Some candy. There you go. Right, so you can see where the damage kind of happened to the hull. You see the breach just sucked everything out. So like I said, not massive, not a significant thing, but just kind of gives you a sense of a realism. Where is the medical? Wait, is that it? Is that the operator that destroyed? Okay, that's fine. So there must have been a couple of operators here, and they kind of went rogue, nuts, what do you want to call it? And I'm not sure if that would have happened before or after the hull was breached. You have to wonder, things like the cargo bay and the hardware labs, you can kind of explain why there was a hull breach. But here, something blew the hull out. That wasn't blown in, that was blown out. So you kind of have to wonder what happened there. Just push that out there. So there's a bit of loot, not much. And I think we should be able to pull out a medical operator. And should, hopefully,
new operator.
Get rid of our radiation. Hopefully.
TranStar Pyramid 490 medical class operator. Please stand clear without.
Okay. That was much needed. So I am glad I found this. Anything up here? With these micro G environments, it's kind of worth checking all the highest resources, just because everything floats. And it makes sense, you know, it should float. But it also means that some things just end up in the ceiling. Okay, let's see, is there anything here? Right, nothing there, so I don't wait. No, I thought I was seeing electrical interference, which might signal a phantom or something like that. But oddly enough, I don't think phantoms can be found out here. It's always cystoids, technopaths, telepaths, and nothing, but none of the walking phantoms. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it means that they're exclusively, or they're somehow molded or based on human form. So therefore they can't really exist in a micro-G environment. But I could just be talking bullshit. Nobody knows. Jelly eels? Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So because you'd think that something like a voltaic phantom would be really dangerous out here. Maybe in a micro-G environment it wouldn't take on a human form. It would take more of a spherical form. Hepatocyclic? Oh wait, look at the floor. Yeah, so somebody left us like a scope cell chip there. A suit chip, rather. What is this? Eliminates drunken effects of alcohol. That is completely useless. If you ever see that, don't bother. Unless you got a free slot and you don't really care about anything else, it's just not worth having. I have never had any fear affecting anything that I've done. Yes, it causes you to do less melee damage and whatnot, but frankly, the only thing that I've ever had trigger fear in me is the nightmare. The nightmare is usually best dealt with the shotgun. So it just isn't really. It's just useless. To be blunt, it's just useless. Okay, so there's a kiosk up there. What else? There's something up there as well. Oh, don't crash into that. So the station is kind of surrounded by all of these panels. So getting out into open space is actually kind of difficult. Once you're out here, you can maneuver much better. So we've been there. What is there? There's something besides the kiosk. It's probably the Arboretum level. Oh right, yes, this is the airlock to the Arboretum level. And it would be closed, I think. Yeah, so I can see the red straight away.
It won't work. It's part of your brother's lockdown. The main lift and every exterior airlock. You're stuck until you can do something about it. He's trying to slow you down, Morgan, and putting everyone at risk in the process.
Right, so that's deliberate. So we have to go down. Wait, I'm hearing something. Oh yeah, there is also this. If you get out into space, you can also come and see. You should also see this. So one of the shuttles left around the time that the incident started happening, and it kind of went dead in the water, or in space as it were. So you can see the coral around it. So that's another reason why I destroyed the other shuttle. Oh wait, shit, that's a Weaver. Yeah, that's a Weaver. Okay, so that's probably why. That explains why. I don't recall the Weaver being there initially, but I guess it was. I just couldn't remember it. Right, so what happened is that this guy's left around the time that incidents started happening in the space station. So it's really cool that you can see things like that, and you can also see things like this, like the shuttle, just outside. And I like that the shuttle doesn't actually. There's no actually quest objective directing you here. You just come out and see it, and then you kind of go and look. So it's nice. It kind of rewards player independence, player initiative. So what happened is that these guys went out, and the Weaver obviously shut them down, and none of them made it out. So there's a whole bunch of corpses in here. including this guy who's a captain, Hunter Hale. So he sent a lot of messages back to the ship. But yeah, obviously people are rather occupied with their own issues. I'm just going to disassemble this. It's just not worth. Just not worth it. So yeah, he tried to get out. So he must have been... So he was carrying a cargo of volunteers, quote unquote. Oh no. I can drop this. Can probably drop... What else is just purely... Okay, you can go. And you can give me... Right, that's fine. So I've kind of used up... Oh wait. Typhon Lure fabrication, okay, that's fine. Oh no. Oh no. I have insufficient space and I've got too many lures. You can go. Actually, I'm just going to drink you. That gives you the drunk effect. So if you check it out, drunk, bonus physical damage. So being drunk is actually good for hitting people with a wrench. But it does reduce your stamina, so it means you can hit it less. And blurry vision. Not a big deal. You can see the blurry vision right here. There's nothing much else. But if you go towards the back, so all of these guys were basically exposed to vacuum and they all just died basically. The Weaver just screwed things over for them. Just some noodles. And there's also fiction books in the world. So there's two ways to do this. One is to repair this. You need repair 3, or you need leverage 3 to in order to open this. Why was Morgan grunting before even grabbing the door? That's not right. But yeah, inside here there's just a couple of things. Nothing massive, nothing major, but yeah. When the first time I came here, I actually deliberately went and got repair 3 just for this. But it's not really worth it. Where do I store this? Maybe I can push the fruits down here. And then take this and immediately use it. Okay, so what can I use it on? So everything that can improve damage on, that we can improve damage on, has already been improved. These guys are good. Shotgun is good. This guy is handling range. Actually, range is good. Just making sure that the cystoids can't catch us. Recycle charge. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're immediately having space issues once again. And I should drop... I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. There's nothing to hit with the wrench, but I'll drink to that anyway. And I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it. Basically, a Nero mod and a weapon upgrade kit. All the way. That's only reward for coming all the way out here. And I'm not mad at that. I was more interested in the things like the story that comes along with this. But yeah, I was kind of upset that it actually required repairing or leverage 3 in order to get in there. And all you got is just that. It's not even worth it. So anyway, let's get back to where we were. Leave the space shuttle there. So yeah, I think I already mentioned, but that was one of the reasons why I blew up the other space shuttle. Because there's almost guaranteed to be some kind of infestation on it. And frankly, if we're going to destroy everything, including ourselves, then, well, one more shuttle doesn't really make it that much of a difference. Okay, so let's see. There are a couple of corpses out here that I haven't investigated, and I do want to investigate. Just to make sure that we're covering everything. Okay, what is this? Refuel station? No, it's just general debris. Oh yeah, and there's that escape pods are fake message. We should see that. We should see why that happened down in when we get to engineering. Okay, so let's see. Decryption key. So there are a couple of corpses. Just not able to identify where exactly they are right now. But the thing is, you want to take care of as many of these little loose ends as you can. Hull Bridge Hardware Labs. Okay, we've already been there. Cargo Bay, right. Where are the corpses? Sorry if this seems boring. Yeah, actually, I don't want to waste your time. But we want to get here. I'll come back at it if necessary. So there is one of those cargo pods. Oh wait.
This is Dr. Dayo Igwe. I'm broadcasting to all contacts in proximity. Please, whoever is out there, listen to me. Oxygen is low and I have no spacesuit. An accident in cargo bay forced me to seal myself inside this container, but I have no way to dock with the station from in here.
Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. 2312. It's worth remembering that because we'll have to come back for the number if you don't remember it. Oh bloody hell! You're not attacking my operator, are you? Yes, you are. Don't do that. Nasty, nasty fellows. Okay, I need some debris. There's debris to get rid of these guys.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Send it off there, right. Okay, that should blow those guys up. And as for you, that should take care of you guys.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Come on, follow that, and blow up against it. Be nice, good little explosive buddies. I'll have to come back for this later. So the critical thing is to bring Igwe back to some oxygen.
I see you, Morgan. We've locked down the cargo bay. We're safe. For the moment. It will be a trick to get inside. There's not an airlock anymore. That explosion took care of that. Maybe you can do something with the shipping containers.
So that's one way to do it. You just accelerate and then let it go, and then it should automatically go out there. Oh no, the cargo didn't quite have enough momentum. Whatever, that will do. That's heavy enough that it should drag all of them through. Okay, so we need to get this guy back in here.
Alex, this is Captain Marks. I'm calling to let you know I've authorized a full evacuation of Talos 1. I've tried to issue a mayday to Earthside operations, but our external communication systems are malfunctioning. If you're still with us, we're keeping our posts until the last pods are safely away. Marks out.
That's the doctor's container. So once it docks, he should have enough oxygen. Excellent.
Oh, at last. I thought that crate would be my coffin. Even the stale air of Talos laced with a faint hint of nicotine and antibacterians. Oh, it's like spring. My thanks, Dr. Yu. But I thought... Well, you're no longer running the memory hamster wheel, I see. I hope you're coming in after me. Would be good to see a familiar face. I'm transmitting the code to the crate I was in.
Okay, so he knew about the experiments.
You found Dr. Igwe. He worked in the simulation lab and in psychotronics. He might be helpful, but he's unlikely to approve of your mission, despite everything he's suffered. Though, I will note, he's always admired you and Alex quite a bit.
So we do that. Okay, so manage gates. So that should allow us to get in there. Right, so this one is just basically... Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so there's a couple of other gates in here as well. Kind of the crates rather. So I do want to come back out here just for looting purposes. In that case, we don't have a worry about oxygen, so we're fine, unlike, say, Danielle. And I know that there was a few... We received some radioactivity while we're coming in here. So I think that there are other things here. There are the cystoids that I haven't found. Oh cool, that's useful. We probably had it, but it's useful. Yeah, not enough space. So that doesn't leave us much of an option. Okay, let me just... We're moving towards... So we need to get inside, and we'll do that by getting into the container that the doctor was in. Oh, wait, what happened? Wait. Did I just undock it? I must have. Well, that's something new. I'll have to go out and do this again. 2312, we'll dock it again. 2312. Where did you go? Alright, so that was there. Got it. Okay, so now we can get into the cargo bay. Although, why are containers required if you think about it? Is it because we can lock this side? But it doesn't lock, does it? That's the thing. It doesn't close. So I think that what the purpose of this is that you bring this in, lock that down, that should create a seal. And then you can use the entrance. But in this case, it's completely open. So maybe it's an oversight. So what I'll do now is I'm just gonna quickly save. And we'll make our way inside. I'll just quickly check my clip status. And let's make our way inside. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because there's a lot of enemies inside here, and I think it's approaching the time to end the stream. We'll see, maybe I can just save it just after I get in there. So I won't actually kill any enemies or anything like that, just make a save. A quick save. And I'll just restore from that when we resume stream tomorrow.
This is some kind of bad dream.
So there. They want us to
Dr.
get
Yu!
up.
Morgan! Up here, Officer Cool. If we can't open the main door, our friends are gonna pour through. Get up to the catwalk, we'll get you inside.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll save here. And we'll finish the stream. And I'll resume right from this position tomorrow at the same time. Alright, so thanks for coming by. And I shall see you then. Okay. And the stream in 3, 2, 1. Alright. Okay, bye bye.